Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic, and that you're all having a great day wherever you are on this planet. Don't forget to follow me on social media. There are links in the description of the video below this video that you're watching. Beneath it, there's a little box. There are links there. And without, listen, I have to explain it. I'm sure somebody was like, oh. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. We are back on the train. You know which one I'm talking about. No matter how much we pretend it's not there, it is omnipresent. Companies since the beginning of this year have somehow formulated in their minds that cryptocurrencies are absolutely fantastic and that they need to buy as many of them as possible. I'm still on the speculation train myself, because these companies are just coming out of nowhere, unless they're literally all talking to each other, texting each other, emailing, and being like, hey, I saw on Tuesday you guys bought $80 million worth of Bitcoin. Should I do the same? Maybe that's also what's happening. I'm not really sure, but for some interesting reason, people, governments, companies have kind of all come to the conclusion that they need as much Bitcoin as possible. And I mean, if we can be honest, if they don't do something, BlackRock and MicroStrategy are going to have all of it. So I guess that's just some logic there. Abu Dhabi-based Bitcoin mining company, they're called Phoenix Group, has launched a $150 million strategic cryptocurrency reserve. Yeah, these are the numbers that we're usually getting. I mean, it's been months at this point. We used to hear a lot about companies buying $2-3 million worth of Bitcoin. Those days are long gone. They're launching a $150 million crypto reserve, as every other company is doing the same, becoming the first publicly listed company on the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, the ADX, to establish a digital asset treasury. The company said on Thursday the reserve will include 514 Bitcoin and, geez Louise, 630,000 Solana. This, I believe, is now the second company that I can remember. I remember we had one. There was one company who announced some kind of a Solana exchange. We have not yet heard of them, from them again. That was like April. This company in Abu Dhabi is going to have 630,000 Solana, describing it as a long-term holding strategy. I would assume so. That's usually how you make money. You buy up something, and then you kind of just hold it. This makes Phoenix Group the first company listed on the ADX to establish a strategic cryptocurrency treasury. The company said in an announcement shared with Cointelegraph, and I quote, "Holding Bitcoin and other strategic digital assets isn't just about exposure, it's about alignment. Wow. We believe in the long-term value these networks represent, and our treasury strategy reflects that belief," end quote. Phoenix Group was one of the first ones, I was right. 5 most traded, there we go. 5 most traded and best performing stocks on the stock exchange in the second quarter of this year, after their share price rose by 72% from April to June. This usually, as we've seen, it happens whenever a company, and I assume this is their mining operation. I thought these were lawn chairs, and then I thought these were cars parked outside. Like look at it. Like they look like it looks like a car park garage. Anyway, cool. Another company. I'm shocked personally because this is not news that we. Sorry, I'm stretching. Oh gosh, my back. Oh my goodness, I've been doing these like upper back exercises and neck exercises. They're rough. Oh gosh, but they work really well. I just had to sit up and stretch. I'm all slouched over. Yes, another company. Cool. Awesome. I can only cross my fingers and hope that I'm going to say 125,000 people in Abu Dhabi read this news and they also got some crypto themselves. You know, it shouldn't just be the companies. Crypto is supposed to be for the people. So the people got to start buying it. That's another company has announced that they're getting down and dirty. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Awesome, Phoenix Group. And yeah, let's move on. Also in news, so we were talking about this 3 days ago. Apparently it did happen, but this wasn't major news. Okay. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has apparently voted to approve a significant change to ETFs. On Tuesday, the SEC approved orders to permit in-kind creations and redemptions. Yeah, the orders approved reflect a departure from recently approved spot Bitcoin and Ether ETPs, which were limited to creations and redemptions on a cash basis. Yeah, so I'll try and give you the long and short of it because we're not going to talk about 9 months worth of stuff. Basically, BlackRock, Grayscale, and Fidelity, I think that's it. They were trying to get the terminology, two things. They were trying to add staking to their ETFs so that the companies acquiring coins that could be staked, that have ETFs, would essentially be able to stake them. This would allow the people holding shares in the ETF to receive passive income that they wouldn't have received before. That's insane. The other part was a literal complete circumvention, like working around actually having to use the US dollar. So a couple of days ago, there was a news report. I don't remember what it was. Whatever. It was something along the lines of like, I think it had to do with XRP ETFs. I don't remember. Long story short, people were like, yeah, once we have that, then blah, 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 blah. It basically would allow, as far as I understand, would allow people to use crypto to buy shares in an ETF. And then when that ETF goes up and they decide to sell, they would also get crypto back as well. There's literally no point at which you would touch fiat currencies. This is larger than you could actually begin to imagine because at some point this will leak and go into other asset classes. We already have so many things with the New York Stock Exchange mentioning over the years in case you missed it. The head of the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ have both said that they expect Bitcoin to become the and or a world currency, similar to the US dollar, as used everywhere. But if we get to the point where, imagine being able to go online and you're like, I want some Nvidia, I want some Apple, and I want some third company. And you literally are able to use Bitcoin as opposed to like your bank account. You don't even use it. You use the crypto that you have. You hold it for 15, 20 years, the stocks go up and you cash out in crypto. That's exactly what these like in-kind redemption and also, whatever are. This is, I feel like people aren't celebrating enough. People were complaining about this for the first half of this year. Everybody wanted, or rather the institutions wanted staking for their ETFs, and they wanted in-kind redemptions and creations, and they got it. No, I'm right. People in crypto should be celebrating this more. This is literally, we are witnessing the actual downfall of the like world reserve currency. We're witnessing its like replacement in real time, and it's crypto. We're living in a world where mortgages are going to be like, okay. Well, I feel like people in crypto should be celebrating this more. I would understand if, outside the crypto sphere, if you will, that people wouldn't know about this, wouldn't care, wouldn't think twice about this. People have bills, people have other stuff going on. The job losses are still mounting. So it does make sense that normal people wouldn't be, happy about this, but like we've won, right? Like WON, like we have like the tide is constantly in our favor. Every single day, more and more. Every time we get a new company, as much as I would love normal people to buy crypto, every time we get a new company, there's 3 other companies also buying as well. Like crypto is worldwide. It is part of the financial system. Hearing that ETFs in the United States are going to be able to completely not have to use the US dollar to buy an ETF, that's crazy. Getting paid out, even crazier. All the banks who are integrating crypto as well. You're going to be able to cash out in crypto and send that crypto, should you choose, to your own wallet or to your bank. You're going to be able to buy houses in crypto. You're going to be able to stake your crypto to make passive income for the rest of your life. Are you realizing like what's shaping up in front of you? We're talking about the literal like drop down of the US dollar. And companies announcing, we're throwing $150 million, not into US stocks, not into US equities, not into US commodities. We're going to buy up some Bitcoin. So yeah, this did happen. I don't understand. A lot of times I keep having to like dig and like Google stuff and like find news from days ago and be like, oh wait, that did happen. Why is no one talking about this? When I go on Twitter, it's nonsense. Like it's just people aren't talking about anything. They're just literally like, it's just random things about what they think is going to happen. And no one's celebrating our wins. We are winning every single day. So I'm going to celebrate it. I don't know about you, but yay. I don't know what else. I don't have one of those little like beep, like the New Year's thing, like with the tassels on it. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. Yeah. Apparently this took place. I don't know what more people in crypto want. I know you want higher prices, but it's like we're going to get it. Like everything is working out for us. Oakley dokley. Let's move on. Also in the news, I didn't know this was the name of a company, but alas, here we are. There's a company called Ether Machine. I'm pretty sure you can guess which coin they like. Ether Machine. Backed by several high-profile industry investors, including Pantera Capital and Kraken, the crypto exchange, has announced purchasing 15,000 Ether as part of its long-term treasury strategy. There's something happened along the way. If you've missed any of the last 75 videos, I'm using that number. Where apparently companies, even Bitcoin mining companies, really companies that mine Bitcoin, announced that they were changing 2 months ago their entire strategy. And they are only going to be focusing on Ether and Ethereum and building on top of it and buying as much Ether as possible. This seemingly has had to do with the idea of all those bills passing and banks announcing that they're going to allegedly. This is the news that we've heard from the higher ups, from the bigwigs in the space. So it must be true that these companies and banks are going to be building their stable coins on top of Ether. If they do that, there's going to be hundreds of billions of dollars worth of transactions through those stable coins on top of Ethereum. The rumors also are that banks who are planning on building on top of Ether are going to be buying Ether to protect their investment and also staking their coins to secure the network. And then since then, this is like every other day now, we're getting a company announcing that they're purchasing huge amounts of Ether, have the intention of purchasing huge amounts of Ether, or that they're going to be the biggest Ether something on the planet. Per an official release, the company purchased ETH worth $56 million at $3,800 per coin. The fresh purchase brings their total... Oh, what? What? Okay. So apparently this is them buying again. Am I okay? It says the fresh purchase brings their total ETH holdings to 334,757 ETH. I thought this was the... We have not heard of the company called Ether Machine on this channel before. We heard of Bitmine. We heard of that other gaming one that's backed by Joseph Lubin, who just purchased like $2 billion worth of Ether. We have not said Ether Machine. So apparently Ether Machine has been buying for a while now. 334,757 Ether. And has 400 million. There we go. They have an additional 400 million for additional Ethereum purchases as well. Jeez Louise, like what in the world are we talking about here? These numbers are insane. It says the ETH accumulation was timed to coincide with Ethereum's 10th anniversary, which everyone is celebrating or whatever the case might be. Yes. If you missed it before, I'll reiterate it once again. There is the amount of Ether on exchanges continues to dwindle. It's falling. Yeah, the amount of Ether on exchanges is dropping rapidly every day. Do you remember, as I stated before, since about like February, the amount of Ether on exchanges hasn't been this low since 2015. Can any of you guess when Ether began? Yeah, it's Ethereum's 10th anniversary. It literally wasn't since this coin was created that there hasn't been this. So the companies are buying all the... It's because they want all the... Okay. So yeah, companies are getting more serious than I previously assumed. They want all the Ether and then some. They're going to own it. Don't think that they won't, because it is extremely easy comparatively to Bitcoin to own the entire supply. So these people are basically going for it. Them and the banks at the exact same time. The silver lining, golden lining, I'm not really sure here, is that the more they buy, the higher the price goes. The more constrained the supply, the higher the price goes. The higher altcoin prices go. So yeah, Ether Machine apparently has 334,000 Ether. What the fudge? Where did that come from? Interesting. Well, yeah, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're all having a great day. This news is weird. If you say that it's not, you probably haven't been here for that long. We're witnessing, like, the shift. We're looking at the wealth transfer. It's happening right in front of us. Hope you're all on board, because these rich people are not going to wait for you. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.